How's it going, YouTube? Today I wanted to give my version of how to play Time of the Cat. I'm about 99% sure this is the way that Les does it. I know that is a hot take. This is not for likes or subscribes. I don't care. I'm not a content creator. I really just wanted to get on here and show people how to play it correctly, because for the last however long this song's been out, there has not been really good resources until as of late on how to show how to play it. Showing on how to play it. A lot of people get it pretty close. They get about 90% of the bass line correct. This is just to kind of like fill in the cracks. But if this is your first time learning the song, thanks for clicking on mine. I hope you like it. I'll try to be a little straightforward, but I'm going to show you how Les plays it, how at least I believe, and I'm very confident. Otherwise, I would not be posting this on how to play it. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I hope you guys like it. So just sit back, relax, give it a watch. I yap a lot. I'm going to try to keep the yapping short, but let's get into it. I'm going to play it for you, and then I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to show you all the little details that I've noticed over the years watching Les play it live on videos. I've only seen Primus once in my life. Awesome concert. Anyways, so let's get started. So I have a 6-string. Ignore the B and the C string. Learn this on a 4-string, please. I would use my 4-string, but it sounds like absolute garbage right now. I need to take it in and have the setup done on it, get it restrung and all that. For some reason, I've been having issues with the pickups on it. They're like too clacky. This is going to be a little clacky. I can't turn it up. I live in a dormitory, so a dorm. That sounded weird. So I can't get too loud. So with that being said, let's start off. So I'm going to play it. Here we go. Alright, so that's how it goes. That's the bass line. That's the riff. I'll show the other parts too later on in the video. So you're going to start on your D string on the E, 2nd fret, G, 4th fret. That's a B. Power chord. You're going to hit it. And if you got the 6th string, you hear that E on top ring out on the C string 4th fret, that's okay. That's kind of in the studio version too. But don't do it fully. It's like you don't really fully hear it ring out. So right? Okay. So you should have that down by now. Next part. And this is where a lot of people get it incorrect. It is not a traditional hammer-on. That's incorrect. I was very surprised to find out that I've been playing it incorrectly too for the longest time. You watch Les's hands, especially in the Rick Beato interview. He does a double slap. He has a very limber finger. I don't know if I already said this, but if you slap like Flea or anybody who slaps like this, I'm gonna like that. You slap like that, you're gonna. I don't know how you're gonna be able to play the song correctly. And I'll explain why in a second. But you're gonna need to switch from slapping this way to this way, like Les Claypool does. Again, this song, I feel like you can get by a lot of Primus songs slapping however you want. It's more about the notes. In this case, it really is about the slap technique. And again, I'll show why. So back to the double slap. You're going to go from the open E to the G. Work on that. You'll start doing it to the point it kind of gets so fast where you can't really hear the E to the G. It sounds a little percussive. A lot of people have been getting mixed up by that. They think it's like a double G or something, or some type of muted note. It's not. It's a E to a G, double slap. So in a sense, it's like a hammer-on, but you're slapping at the same time you hit that G. Cool. All right. So the two percussive notes. These are percussive. So you're not going to hear anything note-wise. Just notice how I, like from the G, I just bring all three of these down. It's percussive, and I slap again. And over time, as you practice it, you'll know how much power to put into the rest of your fingers to make that percussive note along with this. You're going to hear harmonics from mine. The way my bass is set up right now, this is kind of a last-minute video, to be honest. So not a lot of preparation here. With that being said, work on that. Once you get that down, you're going to do the hammer-on, probably the most notable part of the bass line. Again, sorry, I might sound a little clacky from the strings. I've got my laptop running. You might not be able to hear the amp clearly. My apologies. I can only turn it up so much. Right, so the hammer-on, F to G, that's on your D string, 3 to 5. Those are the tabs. So yeah, without further ado, the coolest part of the bass line, which I find so interesting, and I think what makes this bass line so unique and unlike other bass lines, riff bass lines at least, is this part. So what did I do there? Hammer on, F to G on the D string, one slap, one hit on the E string, 5th fret, that's your A. So 2 hits on G sharp, back to G. Now there's 2 hits on that G, but instead of going back to the G, this is right before you start the riff again. You go to open D, right? I think I've played it enough times just so you know where the frets are. Alright, so after that, then you start the bass line again, or the riff again. And when you're doing that chromatic descension, you start on your middle finger on the A, then move it to your index on the G sharp and the G. So yeah, then basically restart it again. Alright, now right before the solo, there's like the guitar solo, and he's playing and so it's going to be like the next part I'm going to show you, but it's an octave up. So you start on the D string and the G string, but this time you're playing a B and an F sharp. Your B is on the D string, 9th fret. F sharp is your 11th fret on the G string. And then you're going to hit that open E again, double slap, right? So going from E to a D. It's like a 7th in there. It's like a 7th chord almost. That chromatic descension from E, 12th fret on the E string. So 12th fret E string, that's also an E, just an octave up. D sharp, D, right? And the hammer on, I forgot to mention, that's going to be on your D string. That's going from C to D. Still hitting that open D string right before you restart it. So that's that part. And then for the solo, real quick, the fills in the solo, Les Claypool does so differently each time. Artistic freedom here, but if you want to emulate in some form the studio version of the song, at least his solo, it's like a listen, I'm just doing just some random notes up here, and then some random notes down there, and then you go. That's, again, artistic freedom there. But the riff is what matters. So without further ado, we're going to go to the last part of the bass line. It's where he's going, say, baby, do you want to lay down with me? Say, baby, do you want to lay down by me? Say, baby, do you want to lay down with me? Say, baby. And then he does it like 50 million times to the end of the song. So it's the same thing up here, just down an octave. So imagine how you're playing Tommy the Cat, like just the actual riff. You bring everything up one string. So you're going to do a B power chord, B to D, C to D, and it's just like everything I explained up here. It's just everything's an octave down. If you don't even want to think about the notes, literally, you're just bringing how you play Tommy the Cat up here, up one string. That's it. That's pretty much it. So I have a couple things to say, and then I'll stop yapping. What is important, if you've made it this far in the video, this is very important. Your right hand, what I was going to explain earlier with the slapping part, the reason why you have to slap it this way, you have to have a very limber thumb, is because when he's playing the riff, he's doing that double slap. He's bringing it through, up and around, and back to that E string. If he has a really long thumb, so he brings it up very crazy. What matters most here, it doesn't matter if you're really doing it, unless you're really trying to look like Les Claypool doing it, but notice how I'm bringing the thumb about. That's the crazy thumb thing. If you watch his hands, that's what he's doing. He's just bringing it through on that double slap, bringing it back and around, and hitting that E string again for that muted slap right before the hammer on from F to G. Another thing he's doing while he's doing that is after he does the rake, he's settling his finger under that D string during this double slap. And you'll get a natural feel for it, but I'll play it a couple times, slow it down if you want. And this is what he's doing. Do you notice that not much of my hand's not really moving because it's settled under there, and everything that's doing the work is the thumb. So he's settling his hand under there during this. So yeah, that's what I did. Anyways, that is all I have. Slow down stuff. If you need to, go watch the live videos. Primus Bonnaroo 2011 playing Tommy the Cat. You can really see his thumb action there. Go watch the early shows where he's playing it on his original Carl Thompson. You can really see him playing it there too. And slow it down. Slow it down to like 25%. Don't go to just like 75. You're still going to get confused. Use this video hopefully as a tool to get you there. Obviously, I don't have Les's hands. So everybody has different pairs of hands and they sound different on a bass. So, and obviously there's like little things. I did not write this bass line. So there's little things that I might not be fully doing that Les does do. And it really brings it. It's what makes that bass line that bass line. But for functionality and for getting the riff down, I would say what I have shown you is as close as you are going to get to playing it exactly like Les Claypool. And I say that without any pretentiousness, cockiness, anything like that. I really just want to help other bass players get this song down. Because I feel like most songs out there, somebody's done it and they've done it perfectly. They've done it just the way it was written. But Tommy, it's never been fully tackled. Les even said in his interview with Rick Beato that he's never heard anybody on the internet play it correctly yet. I really wish I could get somebody to get his attention to be like, hey, is this correct? And at least somebody could tell me, yes, he's playing it correctly. But we all wish for things, right? With that being said, if you're a young bass player and you're just learning to play bass, thanks for watching my video. All I would say is just keep practicing, keep listening, keep watching videos. And if you're going to learn to slap, this is I wouldn't say it's the best intermediate song to start on, but if you're a young player and you can get this bass line down, it definitely helps get your slapping skills. I definitely say this is a great, harder intro to slapping song. It is tough, but if you can conquer it, there's a lot of other bass lines become a lot like slap bass lines at least. So without further ado, I think that is all I have to say. If you like this video, just let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you think this is completely incorrect and does not sound anything like it, please let me know. Again, my bass, I don't have it tuned to Les Claypool settings, so obviously it's not going to sound like his bass right now, but the bass line, it should. You guys can go watch my cover. I did it on this bass. I kind of had the tone a little bit more Les Claypool-like, I would say. So hopefully if you're in a band, you can learn this, put on your vest and your bowler hat, and start stomping your freaking left leg like everybody else. So have a good one, and thank you.